Welcome, everybody, to the Jim Masters Show Live. Our special guest on this episode is the award-winning Nancy Harding, film and television star extraordinaire. She's been in a lot of cool projects. Matter of fact, 9 films this year alone, national commercials, PSAs, you name it, from television and film and so much more, including Keeping Up with the Joneses, Cheaper by the Dozen from Disney, and she's also co-starring in a brand new holiday film. Yes, we're very excited about it. Crown Prince of Christmas. And we are here giving you the scoop about this new holiday film that you can look for coming up on the 10th of December. Hey, everybody, Jim Masters here. Welcome to the Jim Masters Show Live, entertainment, lifestyle, variety talk show series. So cool to have you here. Yes, it's a really nice day when you guys are with us. No matter what time of year it is you're watching these episodes, we do the shows live, but I know you watch. There's many people who discover past episodes that we did 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, a month ago, 6 months ago. Whenever you're watching, whether it's live or Memorex, as we say, archived, we welcome you. If you'd like to comment while the show is live and say hello to one another, maybe say hello to us as well, we invite you to do that in our JMS Live Lovity chat room. That is a chat room that is available in chat on our YouTube channel while the show is live. You can actually comment, you can chat. And during that process, we also have the opportunity possibly to maybe squeeze in 1 or 2 comments on the screen. Don't forget, you can also support the Jim Master Show Live series by doing a super chat, super emoji, super stickers. What is that? Real quickly, we will actually show your comment on the screen. It's in a bold, fashionable color. And I personally thank you as well. And that'll help support the almost 900 episodes we have done of our entertainment, lifestyle, variety talk show series since day one, which is April 2020, which is unbelievable. Extraordinary guests that are coming up, extraordinary guests we've had that have been with us from Broadway, Hollywood, television, film, music, stage, culinary arts, sports, comedy, inspiration, and so much more. And again, wherever you're watching around the world, because we do have an international audience, we welcome you. All across the United States, our show is based here in the New York area in the United States, Northeast United States, but we reach coast to coast and beyond, United States, Canada, all throughout North America. We welcome everybody who's watching in South America right now as well, and in Europe, Asia, Africa, Australia, New Zealand, all around the world. Thanks for being with us. Thanks for making us part of your day. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Comment on our episodes and give them a thumbs up like. So excited to have you guys here. I see a lot of comments already built up here, and we say welcome to our JMS Lovity family. It's so nice to see you guys here. We welcome every single one of you, and we thank you for being here. Again, if you want to comment during the show, subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you've already subscribed, we thank you so very, very much. It takes a village as the show continues to reach an international audience. And we don't really call this an interview show. We call it conversations, like a television talk show. And it's just been fantastic. As I mentioned, Nancy is joining us here. And she, you know, you guys think I'm busy with everything I do in television, radio station, film. As I mentioned, she's like worked on 9 films this year alone. You've seen her on television in lots of great shows, movies. She's been on Lifetime Movie Network, Disney. It's extraordinary. She is co-starring in the new Great American Country TV network, Crown Prince of Christmas, a fabulous holiday film that is on December 10th, which is a Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 Pacific. Nancy stars as Ruth Little in this family holiday TV film. We're so excited to have her here to talk about that. But she's also starred in such very popular movies as Disney's Cheaper by the Dozen, Lifetime's Keeping Up with the Joneses, of course, you know, on the Lifetime television network, and in feature films such as God's Not Dead, We the People, and so much more. Now, with Crown Prince of Christmas, that's about Ruth Little's daughter, Madison, an aspiring musician who jokingly tells her mom she is dating the prince of a small European nation. The joke goes too far, and her friend, co-worker Sebastian is roped into impersonating the prince while visiting her family in New Jersey. Matter of fact, we've got a nice photo there of some of the action on set. We're going to talk about the movie. These are some exclusive These are hot off the presses, folks. These are photos that are coming to us directly from the producers, from the network, from the movie studio. So these are not really seen right now. This is really something very special that we're showing you here, and we appreciate that. Now, little does Madison know that Sebastian happens to be hiding a royal secret. It's going to be a really, really great movie. Again, it's called Crown Prince of Christmas, just in time for the holidays. That's right. Yes, trying to get into that holiday spirit. Well, yeah, they're right here at our doorstep, the holidays. And as I mentioned, Nancy's been doing this for quite some time. She's extraordinary. She's been in, of course, Cheaper by the Dozen. Yes, you see Zach Braff right there, front and center. This is the Disney version. On Lifetime, Keeping Up with the Joneses, and God's Not Dead, We the People. And these are just some, including the Pom Pom Murders and lots more. She's a class act. She's been doing this again for a number of years, and she loves what she does. She grew up in Grand Rapids, Michigan. You know, she was program director for a high school radio station, studied broadcast communications. We are kindred spirits, Nancy and I. At Western Michigan University is where she went. And she had then announced for Q-Light 106.5 radio, WQLR. Maybe we'll even get her to say that for old time's sake. When Nancy moved to Los Angeles, she fell in love with acting, and she had supporting roles again in Disney's Cheaper by the Dozen, opposite Zach Braff and Gabrielle Union. Tui's Tales of the Fifth Grade Robin Hood, and Pure Flix's God Not Dead, We the People. This year alone, Nancy has starred in 9 films and 5 commercials. Most people are happy when they even get 1 commercial or 1 film. 9 and 5. Lifetime Movie Network films like Shoplifting Pact, Mother's Deadly Son, Keeping Up with the Joneses, Lucky Charm, Date Whisperer, the upcoming Sci-Fi Network film Armageddon, Love at the Lodge, a rom-com, which if you're not sure what rom-com is, and you've heard that expression, that's romantic comedy. And of course, her latest starring role in the network TV film Crown Prince of Christmas. She resides in Los Angeles with her husband and 2 daughters. And again, she's very happy, and she can take on all kinds of different looks and different roles for whatever it really calls for. And recently, she was at this wonderful 25th anniversary celebration of the Asylum, and so much more. So we are excited to have incomparable film and television star Nancy Harding here on the Jim Masters Show Live series. We welcome her, and we welcome you, gang. If you would like to, again, comment, say hello to one another and to us, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, and we might even sprinkle a comment or 2 on the screen. Let's welcome Nancy from Los Angeles, California, and Hollywood, as she joins us for the first time, and I'm sure not the last, right here on the Jim Masters Show Live. Nancy, welcome to the show, my friend. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Jim, thank you for that wonderful introduction. And I want to point out the promo yesterday where you called me a legend. The check is in the mail.
Thank you very much. I'll be very honest. Your mother faxed that bio to us this morning and said, Jim, you better read it verbatim. Actually, I do my research. I do, the journalistic hat, which you appreciate, having studied broadcast communications. Mm-hmm. When I do the research, I like to give people a real good idea of some of the work that one has done. And boy, I can't believe, I'm talking about all the things, you and I were talking about all the things that I do. 9 films, 5 commercials, and 2022 has not even ended yet. You are on fire, Nancy.
I feel very, very blessed. Because every one of those roles, that thousands of people are submitting, and then they select maybe 50 to 100 people to self-tape, and then the producers and director will select just a handful of people, and then everyone needs to approve one person. When you're chosen, it's like manna from heaven. So you just got to be grateful.
That's exactly right. What you started in Michigan, where you're originally from. Grand Rapids is a beautiful area of Michigan,
Mhm.
and you started in broadcast communications. Did you have desire to go into broadcasting? Was radio and television the thought in terms of being an on-air personality and that type of thing, a journalist? What you were thinking about first, Nancy?
Well, grew up in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Beautiful upbringing because the place is very family oriented. In high school, we had a radio station. And immediately, I wanted to be a DJ and a program director for that. And you do what is available to you. So, of course, I had radio and theater, and I dabbled in both. Went to Western Michigan University and studied broadcast communications. And then my first professional job, Q Light 106.5 WQLR, playing all your favorite light rock hits.
See, she did it for us. We went down memory lane and she did it. And she said the W as you're supposed to say it. We were always taught there was at our college radio station, there was always signs above the microphones for, the announcers and the
Mhm.
DJs and the news anchors that you would say W as opposed to W or W.
Sure.
It's W, and then also they had the program director or the station manager had this sign that said it's not news like Nooze, news,
Mm,
eyewitness news. It's
mhm.
news, eyewitness news.
Mm,
Those things you remember, right?
absolutely. Yes.
So when you're on the light station there, probably really enjoyed it and picked up some great experience and found your voice. But what made you sort of then veer a little bit towards the acting side and that area?
Mhm. Well, so I was on Q Light for about 3 years. I did the Saturday night shift, like 7 to midnight. I was known as Nancy Harding I'm sorry, Nancy Williams at that
Nancy
time.
Williams.
Absolutely loved it, but kinda wanted more. So I convinced my husband, let's move out to LA where there's more opportunities. So immediately signed with a voiceover agent and started going on voiceover auditions, which went well. He pulled me into commercials, which went better. And then a few years later, theater and film, or I'm sorry, films and TV. So it
Wow.
kind of snowballed, and every year it just got better and better.
Isn't that incredible? What was the very first, when you're leaving the Midwest and you're going
Mhm.
either east to New York or west to LA, which are the areas where most people go, a lot of times for news or theater, things of that nature for New York, and television and film and what have you for LA. What was one of the first things that happened for you when you were in LA? One of those opportunities, one of those pivotal moments
Mm.
that, a gig or a project that you got brought in for, and people said, we like what Nancy does here. We're going to have to get her name circulated through LA and bring her in for more work. Is there one or two big projects or even little projects that were pivotal for you when you hit Los Angeles and Tinseltown?
I think it's having agents that believe in you and
Mm,
support you and get
yes.
behind you. And like my commercial agent, Daniel Hoff, I've had him for 20 years.
Have you really?
So they just grow with you. And, the commercials just get better and better. And then you hit national status. Like this year, I did a commercial for Inspire Sleep. It's for sleep apnea. It went national and it aired millions of times.
I've seen that. Yes, because that is brand new. This Inspire, this product, because it's something revolutionary for people that are struggling with sleep apnea. And
It's
I
like a
know,
little implant.
yes,
And it's a
that's you on
super
there.
fun spot because I get to be very sassy. I'm walking on the sidewalk saying, hey, the girls have been doing a lot of talking. And then they're like, oh, she looks great. I bet she had work done. And then I get to button it with, yeah, I had an implant, Sheila.
That
Relax.
is you.
It's
That's right.
Inspire.
I just saw that commercial last week.
Yeah.
That's still running. Yeah.
It's been
I
running
just
nonstop.
the implant, right, they thought you had an implant and you were funny in a quirky, funny way, gave it
Mhm,
back to them.
mhm.
That is
Well, and the
look
line was, "Yeah, I had an implant. I added the Sheila." So that
oh,
was
you
kinda like
did?
an improv, and
Yeah,
it's fun
and they
because
loved it.
Sheila is nosy. She's the friend that is the gossiper, okay?
Yeah.
So I wanted to set her straight.
I tell you, it was very funny, and the way you deliver the line is fantastic. Look for that, folks, because that is airing nationally right now. It's Inspire. Give them a little
Mhm,
plug for anybody with sleep apnea. I know a couple of people that have sleep apnea, and that's why I noticed the commercial. I said, "This is kind of cool, different from the CPAP and the other things that people need to use." That's
mhm.
fantastic. So, congratulations. Before all of that, was there a pivotal commercial or show or project that you got on in Los Angeles early in the early years when going there that sort of rolled things in a forward movement for you, Nancy?
About 10 years ago, I did a public service announcement, and it was for, it's called Love Has No Labels. And that has aired. I'm still getting residual checks for that because it's absolutely beautiful. There's no judgment on your
Right.
nationality, on your religion, on your lifestyle, whatever it is. Embrace and love. It's just a message of love.
See, that's fantastic. That's great. It's very positive. And
Mhm.
you even, maybe this is even before that, or it could be after, you were even on a DVD with another legend, fitness guru, Richard Simmons.
That is true. Yes. That was such a fun project because we had to go to rehearsals for like 2 months before we shot that video. So, like every other day, we were going to Slimmons, is what his studio is called.
That's
And
right.
yeah. Oh, and we would like all sit around in a circle and he would give us a pep talk that, hey guys, this is bigger than us. We are motivating the world to get off the couch and exercise.
Isn't
Wow.
that cool? And he, we don't see much of him now, but he was really a force of nature, really believed, in his mission, his vision to wanting to help people. He really a unique person, Richard Simmons, huh?
Just loved by so many ladies and helped so many people. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, look, we did a little more journalistic digging here, and look at this shot. Now, what's going on here?
Oh,
I knew it
that
would
is
make
a
you laugh.
skit. That's a skit for Mad TV,
That's
and
right.
that's when both Kira Sedgwick and Holly Hunter had detective shows on, and I was the Holly Hunter lookalike.
Yeah. Actually, I could see that. Yes.
And that's Goldie Hawn in the middle. Yeah,
Oh, that's so
with all that hair
cool.
over her face. But
Well,
that was a fun day shooting for Mad TV. Hmm.
oh, that's fantastic. Hey, got another shot here too that we dug up. This is cool.
I love this. Okay,
Yeah.
so this is a video game that I did for Sony Studios for their PlayStation. And I am the waitress in Groundhog Day. They loved me because I could do the Midwest accent. So I'm like, how many cappuccinos do you want?
Yeah, but you're right.
You know?
That
Yes.
is that is fun. That's a whole other area too, getting into animation and video game voiceovers and animated voices and characters too. That's
Yes.
a
Well,
big
and I
area.
had to wear the whole thing over your head that's like it's filming your face and your expressions, not only capturing the voice, but filming the face.
Wow,
Pretty cool.
that's so you had to do that as well.
Yeah.
That is
Mhm.
cool. That is fantastic. Recently there was a celebration of the 25th anniversary of Asylum, which you were at too. Tell us about this.
Mhm. So that was a red carpet event, and I have been in 4 Asylum movies,
Yeah,
and they were just celebrating 25 years of movie making, and
unbelievable.
I felt honored to go and represent on the red carpet.
Could you imagine that? It's been 25 years and you've had the opportunity to be in 4 of those movies? That's incredible, huh?
Mhm, mhm. And the current one that's coming up that'll probably hit the Sci-Fi Channel is called Armageddon.
That's right. I mentioned that. So look for that. Nancy will be in that one as well. Like I said, you are definitely wanted. Everybody wants you. But sometimes you might even be a little too wanted. Case in point.
Yes. That was a fun Snapchat show. So, Snapchat was starting to develop content, and they made, like, these little mini shows, and this was called, like, the PTA Club, and I was a PTA mom.
Oh, I like that. The
Mhm.
expression is exactly what mugshot expressions tend to look like. You nailed that.
Yeah. Mhm.
Also, playing a physician, a nurse too, huh?
Mhm, mhm.
What was this
So
for?
those are for, like, training videos on how to be a nurse. And I know the number 1 rule is anytime you enter a room, you put hand sanitizer on, you know?
Yes, right, exactly. That's
Mhm,
exactly right.
mhm.
Cool, very, very cool. Got some more cool shots here.
Mm,
Rob Morrow.
mhm. Rob Morrow, love that
Yeah.
guy. Remember him in Northern
Northern
Exposure?
Exposure, that's right. Were you
Loved
working on a particular project?
I went to see him. He was doing a show here in Los Angeles. And of course, I had to meet him backstage because he's such a heartthrob.
Yeah, huh? It's such a small world too. You never know when you're gonna be on the same set. It's just the way it is sometimes? It's
Mhm.
a very small world. Cheaper by the Dozen, the Disney version. Tell us about this. How did, this role come your way?
This was a super fun role. So I play the real estate agent. She is very judgmental. She's showing the house, and it's a very upscale neighborhood. They finally can afford. So Zach Braff's character, he hit it big in business. They can afford a beautiful house now. They go to this elite neighborhood, and I'm showing them the house. And when I throw open the doors to the mansion. The kids all run by. And my first line is like, no running. We don't want any liabilities before close of escrow. You know? and throughout the whole scene, I'm just like, oh, kids.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That is cool. People can
But
check
it
that
was
out.
such a cool experience. And
Yeah.
Zach Braff loved those kids. I mean, he's a
Oh,
big
yeah.
kid himself. And
Yes.
they would be jumping on his back. He would give them horse rides, and just wrestle with them. And they loved him.
That is so cool.
Mhm.
Keeping Up with the Joneses too on Lifetime. I know you've done a lot of work, with them. Tell us about Keeping Up with the Joneses, Vivica A. Fox and Company.
So for that show, I was a reporter, kind of like a ruthless reporter, wanting to get to the nitty gritty of the
Using your
details.
broadcast background, yes.
That's exactly it. Yes. So I sat down. My interview was with Vivica A. Fox and Ted McGinley. Remember him from Love
The
Boat, Married with
Love
Children?
Boat, yes.
Both of them absolutely lovely. And I sat down and interviewed them as a reporter on the show. I had like 3 scenes as the interviewer. There's one scene where I'm racing in a parking lot to try and get the scoop from Ted McGinley, and that was really fun. And then there's one moment where we just got done shooting, and I'm like, "Hi, Vivica, let's grab a picture." She grabbed my cell phone. She goes, "Absolutely." She grabbed my cell phone, and we took a selfie together. And I mean, she's like the social media queen,
Right,
so she knew
right.
exactly where to hold that camera and how to take an amazing selfie.
Lean forward, tilt your head, yeah, 1
Exactly.
foot out, right.
Yes. She was so sweet. Yes.
That is so cool. Here's some on the set, shots of different things. Tell us about this.
Okay, so that movie is called Faceless but Remembered. And that was really, that's early on in my career. You had to
Yeah.
dig deep on that one. Uh,
We
but that was
did.
super fun. That was all about a guy getting he had a donor because he had an organ that was going bad, and he had to get it replaced. And the whole thing was about you're faceless but remembered, that donor who gave up their organ to save another life. So that was the message on that.
Visiting the CBS Studio Center, because I know you've done a lot of auditioning with the soap operas and so much more too, huh?
Mhm. That was actually an audition for Jane the Virgin, and they had
Oh,
me in to read for a doctor.
isn't that
So,
incredible? Yeah, and when you
and I
get that
always love
call,
walking on those studio lots.
oh, aren't they great?
You just feel famous. You just feel, special.
From Television City in Hollywood.
Mhm.
Exactly. Here's another cool shot.
That was my public service announcement for Save the Bees.
Yeah,
Because, bees are becoming extinct.
they are.
So we need to preserve them. So, because they do so much, not only honey, but bees are important.
Exactly. And you both have that real look of concern. Are you a couple that's concerned and somebody's talking to you about the situation? Is that what's happening? You look very
Yes,
concerned there.
there is a bee, an actor in a bee costume saying, "You guys, we just swung at a bee to kill it." And
Uh,
then the actress in the costume says, "Hey guys,
yeah.
you got to save us. We're becoming extinct."
Yeah, it's so cool. That is so cool. And of course, there's Rob again. That was a great shot. We've got something else
Mhm.
here we want to show. Look at this.
Mm, mhm. That was a film that I did. It's called They're Not. And that was an amazing group of actors. And I love the director, John Shade, and just a great experience. I was a therapist in that one.
Were you really?
Yes.
Fantastic. So you were providing on-set therapy to all?
Yes.
That's funny. It's great the variety of roles that you get selected for too, which is kind of cool. I mentioned this too, being part
Mm.
of this, which is on PureFlix. Tell us about how this came along for you, Nancy.
So that was an absolute blessing. This was during the pandemic. Um, so I am a fan of all of the God's Not Dead movies, and I'm a subscriber to PureFlix. Love, love. So when that audition came across, I was like, I need to book this. And actually, so I had read for a different character. And I reached out to the casting director. His name is Kelly Knox. And I said, hey, I'm open to any roles. It doesn't have to be this one. And sure enough, a couple weeks later, he said, would you be willing to read for the church secretary? In the script, she's 70 years old, but I think you can do it. I'm a Sunday school teacher, so this is a perfect fit. So I was the church secretary, helping out David A.R. White. And we flew to Oklahoma and we shot that during the pandemic, and it was the best experience possible. The premise of this one, it's a film series. I'm in the fourth one. God's Not Dead, We the People. The premise is a group wants to homeschool. It's a part of the church co-op, and the state comes in and says, hey, you're not teaching the curriculum. They need to go to the public school and you will be fined. And then they go to the Supreme Court and they fight for their right to homeschool as they see fit. Beautiful
Wow.
message.
Yeah, very much so, huh? That's
Mhm.
fantastic. What was it like on set? Where was it, your area, your role? Where were you filming? Was it in LA or were you somewhere
No, it was
else?
in Oklahoma. So we
Oklahoma.
flew to Oklahoma, and on set it's like a family, because you're making a movie that inspires people
Yes.
and gives love and hope. And I mean, those are the projects that I just love to be a part.
Mm,
Family friendly, inspiring, shedding love and hope. Love it.
exactly. Yeah, absolutely. And that's a beautiful thing to be able to do that. Um, just like in the Pom Pom murders.
Pom Pom Murders. So I that's Anna Marie Dobbins is my daughter. I'm gonna scoot right here. Anna Marie Dobbins is my daughter, and we shot that for 2 weeks, and we finished it March 13. That's when we wrapped. March 15 of 2020 is when Hollywood went in lockdown. So we just
Right.
squeezed that movie in. I am the caring mother, concerned mother. There's a lot going on in that movie, but I'm very supportive and compassionate.
That's it. I tell you, again, you can go from being stern and have an opinion to compassionate and supportive. That's the true test of a fantastic actress as you
Well, thank
are. We've
you.
got another great shot here too.
hmm That's part of the Pom Pom Murders,
That is
where
part of it.
she's
Yeah.
telling me that she wants to be part of the Pom Pom squad, and she kind of likes one of the basketball players. Oh, and he's a professional basketball player, so he makes $1 million. So I'm like encouraging her. Good choice.
A good choice. Exactly. He's bringing in the dough. He's bringing it in. That is cool. That is fantastic. Here's another shot.
Mhm. A commercial shot. Those are you throw them in your dryer, and
I love that.
and they give the clothes a beautiful smell.
That's it. I tell you. Just tell her where to stand. That's what I say. Put me in a studio and I'll take care of the rest. And this
Mhm.
is this when you were the reporter, or is this another?
This is I was the therapist, so I'm giving
This is the
therapy.
therapist. That's right. That's
Mhm.
cool. Here's another we dug up.
A therapist shot. Mhm.
You do have that wonderful, warm, empathetic look of concern there. Absolutely do.
Uh, that was a detective show. That was a detective show. So, hey, you throw on the glasses and you throw on a suit and you can be the detective.
And you are the detective and you're ready to rock and roll, which I think is
Absolutely. Mhm. That was a commercial that I did, and that was for, um, boy, what is it called? It's a commercial for Wi-Fi.
for
For
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah, yeah. That makes sense.
Uh,
Cool.
I'm sorry, Asus Computers. There you go.
Ah. When you do so many, it's like one,
I
one,
know
one,
this is like a trip down memory lane.
isn't it? Yeah, we like to do that sometimes because it gives people a good understanding of the breadth and scope of the actual work that's been done and continues to be done,
And I
as
love that you've done your homework, Jim. That's amazing.
another great shot.
That was a film I shot in Oklahoma, and I'm the waitress.
Isn't that
It
cool?
was called Help Wanted,
Help
but they
wanted.
retitled it, and I think it's going to land on Lifetime. I'm not sure.
That is cool. You've done a lot with Lifetime, huh?
hmm
Yeah. Yeah. I know a lot of people that absolutely love the Lifetime Movie Network, and it's always, always on. My mother has it on a lot. And sister, they always have it on. So I know that they've seen you lots of times.
Good. I appreciate the support.
This is a terrific shot. Where was this taken?
Okay, so that was the red carpet for a movie called Love on the Rock. And the story behind that picture is I told my publicist, Roger Neal, he showed me two pictures. And I said, let's go with the one with the smaller smile. And he goes, no, I love this one. So he
Full
went over
bold
my head and used
happiness.
that one. So I'm like grinning ear to ear.
Well, he is a little bit taller, so he is over your head, I think, just in height. But this is a great
Uh-huh.
one. We showed, all the different looks that you can pull off based on
That's my
whatever.
Midwest mom.
That's the Midwest mom.
hmm
And of course, like I mentioned and this is a great one too. What was happening here?
So that is a red carpet event for, there was a show that I did, actually a movie, Justice for Vincent. It won so many awards at festivals, and this
Wow,
was the festival that it won an award at. I believe best film. We got a trophy walking out of there,
that is
and it was
cool.
at Man's Chinese Theater.
Oh,
You
wow.
know, yeah,
That is fantastic. That is
yeah, Hollywood and
incredible.
Highland. I mean, it's
Hollywood and Highland.
iconic.
Yes, it is. That's amazing. That's really, really cool. I
Mhm.
mentioned again, we showed some of the these are some like hot off the press exclusive photos we have here on set with the new holiday movie that everybody's talking about. This is really cool. Crown Prince of Christmas. Tell us about this.
Okay, so this was shot in Buffalo, New York in September. So we were going through a heat wave here in Los Angeles, like 98, 100 degrees. So when I got this booking and I flew to Buffalo, it was like 60 degrees and
Mhm.
absolutely lovely, like crisp
Shuffled
and
off to Buffalo.
cool and lovely. And it totally put me in the mood for a Christmas movie.
Tell us about the
So,
movie. It's terrific, and your role as well.
yes. So I am the mom. So the one that's in the red blazer, that's Madison. She's my daughter. She is played by Cindy Busby. Cindy is like the queen of rom coms. She does a ton of Christmas movies and romantic comedies. She's absolutely adorable. And the story goes that I visit her at her work. She's working at a hotel, and this Sebastian walks up, her coworker, and I think that he looks kind of familiar. And I say to her, I think that's the Prince of Luxembourg. And she's like, yeah,
Mm.
no, mom, that's Sebastian. I've worked with him over a year. He's just a coworker. And then I invite him to Christmas dinner. And on the way, she's like, no, Sebastian, can you just pretend like you're a prince? Because my mom's really getting excited about it.
Mhm.
And so when he comes to dinner, he's acting like a prince and it's effortless. Madison thinks he's just putting on a show until there's the big reveal. And the movie ends with a beautiful royal gala with the king and queen of Luxembourg. And to put icing on the cake, my daughter, who's always wanted to be a professional singer, she musters up enough courage and she sings her song and it fulfills her dream.
That is fantastic. That is
Absolutely adorable and such a cute love story.
that's incredible, isn't it?
Mhm.
So this particular one will be seen on the Great American Country TV network, GAC, right?
Let me explain that. So, what happened was the CEO of Hallmark moved over to GAC and he rebranded it. So now it's Great American Family. So,
And that used
and
to be
what
Hallmark?
he was the CEO of Hallmark and he slid over to GAC and he's calling it Great American Family now.
Oh,
Last
wow.
year they shot
Breaking
13
news.
Christmas movies.
Yeah.
This year they shot 18 Christmas movies.
Wow.
So their whole strategy is family friendly programming, original holiday movies, and rom
Perfect.
coms that celebrate faith and family.
We
So
need more
that's
of that,
their
don't we,
mission
Nancy?
statement.
We need more of that type of stuff. Positive, empowering, kindness, faith, family, love. We certainly need much more of that in our lives, don't we?
Absolutely. And if I can be a part of a movie that makes people feel better, that inspires or gives love, I'm all for it. Those are the projects that I want to be a part of.
So it's
You know?
Great American Family is now the name of the TV network. So when people are scrolling or they're looking for it on their satellite provider, cable provider, whatever it may be, look for that. And if you don't have it in your area, call your satellite provider or cable company, what have you, and ask for them to add that in, right?
Actually, Jim, there is a better, easier way to do it.
Is
What
there?
you
We go
do
to
is,
your house with popcorn and hot chocolate and watch it with you?
of course, of
Okay.
course.
Sounds
Let's make
good.
it a party.
That's it.
Okay, what viewers can do is go to greatamericanfamily.com, select what is it? Channel Finder. Put their zip code in, and it's going to tell them what cable channel, what direct TV channel, what dish satellite channel, what Hulu Live channel, what streaming services,
Wow.
because Great American Family is on a variety of platforms.
Platforms, right. So
Right.
you start by going here to greatamericanfamily.com and
Yep.
then just do that little bit of digging
Put your
and
zip code in, channel finder, zip code, and it's going to tell you all of your viewing options and where exactly to go.
that's fantastic. See, you are the commercial queen. You just did the commercial for them. That was fantastic. And you didn't even need a script for that. She's a pro, I tell
Mhm,
you, from those
mhm.
light days in Michigan on the FM radio. That's fantastic. That's great. Again, let's show that again, greatamericanfamily.com, because you're not going to want to miss this movie. Do you really enjoy doing, because I know you've done others, the holiday films? So, when you talk about Hallmark or you talk about some of these networks, now Great American Family, uh, what is it? ABC Family. One of them does a 25-day countdown. I mean, the family movies, Christmas movies, holiday movies are very, very popular. People love them. It just makes them feel good. Even watching the nostalgic ones, whether it's Miracle on 34th Street or even the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer animations and Frosty the Snowman, there's something that makes you feel really good at a time when we could use more of that, right?
Absolutely. And, family friendly programming is lovely because I can sit there with my 12-year-old daughter, not worry about violence or anything gratuitous, and we can enjoy a movie on the couch with popcorn, you
Isn't
know?
that great?
Yes,
Is it Jiffy Pop?
of course,
That's what we used
with
to have on
extra
Saturday
butter.
nights with the extra butter. That's right, exactly. So congratulations on that. Again, you can find out more at greatamericanfamily.com. Crown Prince of Christmas is the name of the movie. What are some other things that you're excited about that you might want to share that you're also working on? You mentioned Sci-Fi Network, Armageddon is coming out. Are there other
Mhm.
projects, Nancy, whether it's this year or even looking into next year?
Mhm. A lot of Lifetime movies. So I just had a Lifetime movie air that was called The Shoplifting Pact. You can get that on mylifetime.com or probably if you have some kind of on demand. So that just aired, I want to say 3 weeks ago. This Friday, I've got a Lifetime movie on. It's called Mother's Deadly Son, and it's going to be Lifetime Movie Network. I play a funeral gossip in that. So I've got one scene, very like judgmental, the gossiper at the funeral. But it was super fun because it just adds to the reel, adds to the variety of characters that I put on my acting reel.
I have a friend whose mother actually, she's since retired, and she is one of those ones that goes to funerals of people that she never knew, but just
Yeah.
goes to support and is in the front row crying. And she
Oh,
could be in one of these movies.
actually, that is lovely. Just going
Yes.
for
She
support.
just goes to these funerals of people that she has never met in her life. At first, her daughter was
Mm.
like, "Mom, what are you doing?" She says, "I want to go," and she does.
Aw, that's adorable. Well, maybe she feels her calling is to spread love and hope and levity.
Exactly, that's right. And our viewers have already called you a lovety. The viewers who have been watching throughout from around the world, and they've been commenting. We welcome them all. Um, Anybody else in the family that's in this industry as well? Any others? Has it been the apple not falling far from the tree type thing in your family?
You know what? I am kind of the first one, but what I've been doing with my 12-year-old daughter is about 4 years ago, I have enlisted her in voice lessons.
Oh, that's
So,
great.
the beauty of voice lessons is when you audition for your summer theater, you get the lead role. And this has proved this past summer where we were practicing Schuyler Sisters songs for Hamilton and she got cast as the lead, Hamilton himself. So she was
Wow.
rapping for 2 weeks solid, and she did an amazing job. I'm so proud of her.
Can you rap?
No, don't ask me to do that,
Do you like the way she said that? Don't ask me to do that. She sounded
Jeff.
like a jilted wife or a school teacher when she said that, or a nun. Sit down. That
Mhm.
is funny. That's fantastic. You're loving the ride, huh? You're loving what
I
you
am
do.
absolutely loving the ride. And
Yeah,
like I said in the beginning, when I
yeah.
quoted those numbers, you just feel so blessed with every single project you book. And my philosophy is when I go on set, I want to be a spread love, of course, but be of service. Give loving service to
Yeah,
whoever you come in contact with on set. For instance, the wardrobe people. Maybe
yeah.
bring some pieces or some shoes, help them out. The makeup and hair people. Come with your hair, blow dried. When you're on set, of course, know your lines, but also, be a good listener to what the director is saying. And when it comes time to your other actor friends close up, stand by the camera and give them the full emotion so that they can give their best. So being supportive and a team player on every single project. And that's what the directors remember.
That's terrific advice for anybody that's watching who's considering going into these industries, these fields.
Mhm.
That's terrific advice. Do you like to pay it forward? Do you like to mentor others? Do you like to, you've been doing it for a number of years now and quite successfully. Are there times when it's either on set with somebody who's, you can tell that they're a little nervous, or maybe they're not responding in the way that they should, or maybe they're even making too many requests, and there's certain things you can and cannot say and do on set, or just people who want to go into these industries? Do you enjoy doing that?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because you know what? When you're a part of a movie, it's a team effort. And my name is on the project. So I want everyone to do their best and I want it to look amazing. And the thing that I learned about these Christmas movies is that the hero is the set and the decorations. Okay. So every shot needs to be approved by the network, and they're always saying more sparkles, more red ribbons, more glitter,
More
more Christmas
snowflakes.
trees. And it is so visually beautiful
Yeah,
watching these Christmas movies.
yeah. What are some of your favorite movies over the years, and who are some of the actresses and actors that have inspired you over the years, whether you've worked with them or just people that you've always admired in the industry?
Well, of course, I'm going to name two. Uh, David A.R. White totally inspired me, started Pure Flicks. I would love to work with him more. And I love every movie that he is a part of because it has an inspiring message that people walk away and it makes an impact. Second, Olivia Newton John, Grease. That made such an impression because I wanted to be her. Growing up, I'm like, I want to be I think every girl my age wanted to be Olivia. And when she passed away recently,
Yeah.
that was like devastating.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
In fact, I want to schedule with my mom group like a Xanadu viewing party, just to,
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
just
Huh.
to give Olivia a tribute because she was so amazing.
Very inspiring. She fought, a hard fight for a long time with the cancer. And
Right. And towards the end there, she donated all of her movie paraphernalia or memorabilia. And it was at an auction here in Beverly Hills. And she raised millions of dollars for that cancer center down in Australia.
isn't that incredible?
What a legacy.
That's absolutely beautiful when you think about it, do you like to travel? On some of these sets, some of these shoots, it requires traveling, and sometimes they'll film in other parts of the United States, Canada, elsewhere. Do you like when that happens, when you get to travel to other areas and you sort of get out of the usual studio?
I absolutely love it. So the last Christmas movie that I did was in Colorado. Colorado Springs. It was called Bows of Holly, directed by Anthony Ferrante, same director as Crown Prince of Christmas. And the mountains were glorious. I had never been to Colorado before. And we were like shooting in this tiny little like village. That's what Colorado is. It's just like little towns in the mountains. And it was gorgeous. So I love on location shoots because these places I've never been before. I've done a lot of world travel, but not much United States travel.
Right.
So it is amazing to explore. And when I was in Buffalo, New York for this Christmas movie, of course you have to go to Niagara Falls and
Isn't that
experience the
unbelievable?
Maid of the Mist.
Yes. Oh,
So
did you go on the boat and get a little wet?
we got soaked.
You got soaked. So it
Uh-huh.
didn't matter about the hair being perfect or anything that day. You're going to go and just dig in and have a good time. That's one of the great wonders of the world, the Niagara Falls, isn't it?
So beautiful.
Mm.
Mhm.
There's a lot of
Cold.
places in the United States that you call the water when it's splashing up. I wouldn't go in January, but um, there's so many beautiful areas in the United States to explore and to see. And uh, through my television work, hosting and all, I've had an opportunity to travel to a lot of places here in Europe and elsewhere. But just in the confines of coast to coast, it's really incredible when you go to some of these places. You
Mm,
mentioned Colorado. We got a chance to go to Red Rocks, which is fantastic. Just in the Denver area there, the foothills of the Rocky Mountains, and it is just it's natural wonders, breathtaking, isn't
mm.
it?
Breathtaking, absolutely.
And when you fly over, when you're going from the West Coast to East, or you go back home to Michigan, whatever it may be, and you're flying over, the deserts and the canyons you're like, holy cow, we're still in the United States. This is incredibly breathtaking.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
And then you go up. I mean, every area has its own uniqueness. Do you still have family in Michigan?
I do, I do.
You get to go
And a
back and
lot
visit?
of, friends, high school friends are still there, and, thank goodness for Facebook, we can all keep in contact, and they're my fans, they're my support group.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, I
That's it.
appreciate it.
It's always good to have the support system. Do you get to go back and visit at all,
I
Michigan?
do occasionally, because my best friend is there, Brenda, and I just love to visit her, and it's just great to go back home.
What are some of the continued blessings and joys in your life that propel you forward to want to do this? It's a very competitive industry, as we know. It can be unpredictable, demanding, can pull you in a lot of different directions, usually all at the same time. It can take a lot out of you, but also give you a lot. And it could be a phenomenally rewarding and an extraordinary, unmatched world. For you, what are some of those things that inspire and drive you to continue doing it?
I think if I can be a part of a project, if it's a faith based film and it inspires someone, planting seeds, that's beautiful. If it's a romantic comedy and it lets someone escape and with a beautiful love story. Love being a part of that. So the faith-based, the romantic comedies, and then of course the family movies that I can sit down and watch with my family that I know other people can do the same. Like I was just going through Netflix with my 12-year-old and we couldn't find too much. Like everything was not appropriate. But that's the beauty with Great American Family and PureFlix. You go on there, 80% of that content is family friendly and appropriate for a kid.
That's incredible. That's really, who who is always stopping by our show and absolutely is loving this conversation. Mr. George Burns is with us. There he is with his cigar and his red hanky. He is a classic staple of the Jim Masters Show Live series. We did a nostalgic episode. I mentioned this a couple of years ago. The audience, our viewers, our lovely viewers around the world, the ones that are vocal, commenting now, the thousands and thousands that watch quietly later on, or even now watching without commenting, they fell in love with him. And he has become a regular staple. He said that you're a blessing and he's enjoyed everything. He might even try the sleep apnea product and Inspire. And my aunt collected dolls, serious collector, hundreds of dolls. And this got passed down through the family to me. So he pops on as the class act and comedian and legendary actor he always was, George Burns, to say that you knocked it out of the park, kiddo. He absolutely has loved this conversation with you.
Well, thank you. It has been my pleasure.
Also, you are a lovety, and I was telling you about, lovety. I usually mention that, viewers, to our guests beforehand. So when they see the word lovety, they don't say, what is going on here? Why do I keep being told I'm a lovety? You have already been designated a lovety on the Jim Masters Show Live. Now, I know, Nancy, you have done a lot, movies, television, commercials, all of it. But I would imagine that one of the pinnacles for you is coming on the Jim Masters Show Live tonight and being considered part of the Jim Masters Show lovety family, huh?
I appreciate it. I am honored.
There are Oscars and Grammys and Tonys, Peabodys, Emmys, Tellys, all of it. But when you're a lovety on the Jim Masters Show Live, some of the guests say that their feet start tingling. Are your feet tingling about now?
Yes.
One of our guests said he started levitating as a result. I think that was author James Gavin. I think he said that. He's written books about all of the celebrities. Very well done, very popular author. He wrote a recent one about George Michael, which was really, really cool. Some of our viewers, thank you for being here, Nancy. Good luck with all you do. Kathleen in New York and Merlin in Canada. Thanks, Nancy. You're a ray of sunshine, continued success. These are some of the faithful viewers who love to pop in and leave some comments for us during the live show. Thank you for joining us tonight, Nancy. This is from Sherry Larson in Kansas. What an amazing career and so much more ahead for you. Best wishes for all in the future, and really cool. Thanks for all these great comments as well. Jane in Sweden, I was mentioning the advice you were giving earlier, sounds like something that could be used even beyond movies and television and media, just in everyday life as far as how we should treat one another and look out for one another and be kind and empathetic. Those are wise words that we talk about a lot here on the show. And, I was saying with the pandemic, hoping that the world, we would rise out of the ashes kinder and more empathetic, more collaborative and more unified. And that is always a hope. And doing work like you do sort of brings us in that direction. And continued success. Good luck with Crown Prince of Christmas. Congratulations on that and all the wonderful things you've had an opportunity to be a part of, continue to be a part of. We encourage our audience to look out for Nancy literally everywhere. She's probably on the side of buses, the billboards on the buses in your hometown. I wouldn't doubt it. You're amazing and a real true delight. And we're going to keep.
Well, and anyone can follow me and my journey on Instagram at nancy.harting. Harding.
Nancy.Harding. And it's,
Mhm.
of course, you see the spelling Harding.
Yes.
Easy breezy. Nancy, I hope that you enjoyed the time with me as much as I absolutely have with you. This has been a pleasure.
It has been a pleasure. Thank you so much, Jim.
Oh, you're very, very welcome. We'll keep the porch light on for you. Spread the word about the Jim Masters Show live. It takes a village, and you are welcome back anytime. Keep us posted on your travels and your projects, Nancy.
Will do.
Merry Christmas.
You too.
Thank you, Nancy. Bye bye
Mhm.
now. Isn't she amazing? A real delight and a pleasure. And I'm sure when you guys were seeing some of the photos, you're like, that's her. Wait, that's her. I just saw her in this last week. Wait, I saw her in that Inspire commercial. I saw her on that. Oh, I've known about her for years. Yeah, saying that's what we like to do here at the show. We like to, show you a real good picture of who the person is when it comes to the conversations we have with the guests, bring you guys in with interactive conversations. Hey, also, there is the website for the network, greatamericanfamily.com. Go there, and then you can find out where it is in your hometown or your city and enjoy. Again, the name of the movie is Crown Prince of Christmas. It is really a delightful holiday movie. I know a lot of our viewers love the Christmas movies. This one is brand new, just being announced now. And again, you can also see here in a lot of these other classic films and commercials and so much more. Cheaper by the Dozen, Keeping with the Joneses, of course, God's Not Dead. These are just a few of the many works she's been a part of, the Pom Pom Murders. She's always on the Lifetime Movie Network and other networks and projects and so much more. And again, she loves what she does. And she started out in the industry that I've been in all these years, television, radio, broadcast communications, and media. And even got a chance to play a news reporter in one of the movies. That's pulling the old, putting that hat on from days past and remembering it. And Jane says, charming guest, Jane in Sweden. Absolutely. And thank you, Jim. Great show. The pleasure is all mine. Absolutely. And we appreciate her being here. And we'll have her back. Of course, we'll have her back. A lot of times the guests come on and they're always like, oh, I want to be back. When can we back? And they're always welcome back. Want to let you know tomorrow we have two extraordinary guests joining us. We have Peter Marks, who is a world-renowned intuitive astrologer, psychic. He was on our show previously. He has teamed up with the extraordinary Angela Della Fiora Ford, another psychic. Actually, she has worked within the government. Her services have been used within the government. They have this really cool cookbook, which they sent me. This is a lot of fun. Tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, world-renowned psychic Peter Marks is going to be here with Angela. They have created the Gourmet Cookbook for astrology lovers. And there's lots of different recipes based on your astrological sign, when you've been born, your personality. It's a whole thing. They're going to explain it all. But we know we have a foodie crowd here that loves the Jim Master Show Live. Don't miss this episode. We're going to have a lot of fun as Peter Marks returns to our show exclusively. Angela, who was the editor for the book, joins him. The two of them are a powerhouse of incredible inspiration and talent. And we're going to dive in and check out some of the recipes in the Gourmet Cookbook for astrology lovers. And you don't have to be even astrology lover or aficionado to enjoy this book. Friday, we have an extraordinary person, one of the premier leaders in American theater, renowned television and theater director, as well as author. Sheldon Epps is going to be with us. He has this incredible new book, My Own Directions. This is really incredible. A Black Man's Journey in American Theater. He totally reimagined and reignited theater in America on so many different levels. He's highly revered, beloved, and he's going to be with us on Friday. And you know who's going to be with us? We have many, many more folks joining us. Don't forget, Loretta Swit was with us recently from MASH, and it was her birthday last weekend. So we say continued happy birthday to the incomparable Loretta Swit. On Sunday, legendary comedian Rita Rudner is going to be here on the Jim Masters Show live. It's going to be an afternoon show, and we cannot wait to have her here to put smiles on our faces. She has a deadpan, quick, dry wit, always has. She's a legend in comedy, and Rita Rudner is going to be with us, and many, many more incredible guests that are in the works. We are booking into mid-December already, and we just started November. That is amazing. So many, there's actually a waiting list of people that want to get on our show. And I'm very, very pleased by that. Coming up soon, Marvin Peake is going to be with us. We're so excited about that. Ambassador of Peace, extraordinary tale of poverty and how he lifted himself out of it. Author of Out of the Tunnel. He's going to be joining us here on the show exclusively. He's he's gone from poverty to multi-millions, and he's just worked his tail off to make that happen. He's truly an amazing person. He's going to be with us. We thank film and television star Nancy Harding. Thanks to those of you who joined us live, those of you who are watching this later right here on the Jim Masters Show on our YouTube channel, Jim Masters TV. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We would love that. Give this episode a thumbs up like. Gang, that really, really helps us. Spread the word to your family and friends and colleagues and associates about our show. Ask them to come join us. Subscribe to our YouTube channel as we grow together one by one. That's what we do here at the show. We like to welcome everybody one by one to join us here at Loverty Hall and the Jim Masters Show live family. And we thank all of you for being here. Don't forget, here's that red subscribe button. You see it on the YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this and you want more content, we have been delivering so much content. It's unbelievable. I don't know how we even do it. Show after show after show after show after show, almost 7 days a week for 2.5 years with almost 900 episodes. That is beyond what even most television shows do. It's just, we've been loving it. And but sometimes it gets a little crazy because my day job in television and radio and all the other hats I wear is so intense. But yet here we are for all of you, putting smiles on your face and doing it together with all of you, gang, as well. The Loverty squad watching from around the world. Those who we see sometimes commenting, and then those who are the quiet Loverty squad as well. Not everybody that you see commenting is the Loverty squad. There's many others who just quietly contact us privately, or they just watch quietly as well. You guys are fantastic. Thanks for being with us. Yes, that's right. Looking forward to seeing Peter Marks again. I'll never forget the reading he gave you. He gave you a live reading on the air, my friend, and it was incredible. Gang, join us tomorrow and subsequent days and nights. We're here for you to entertain, put a smile on your face, and do what we can. We're interactive. We're here. We're live. And we love doing this for all of you. So thanks for joining us on the Jim Masters Show live. I'm your host, Jim Masters. Don't forget to relax. We brought this back recently as well. We always say, this used to be on our show in the early months, 2.5 years ago of the Jim Masters Show live series. We recently brought it back by popular demand. The relax sign is back. Don't forget to breathe, love one another, take care of one another, and be sure and relax and take care of yourself in these crazy times. Relax, breathe, take care of yourself, and have a good time. And thanks so much for being with us right here on the Jim Masters Show Live Entertainment Lifestyle Variety Talk Show series designed for all of you. And we love it. We don't say goodbye. We say see you later. Ciao, cheers, sayonara, hasta la vista. We say moi loop. We say ciao, be well, slancha, and cheers. We'll see you again soon, gang. We love having you here on the show. And this was really a lot of fun. Again, film and television star Nancy Harding, who's 9 films this year alone, 5 commercials, and she's got stuff airing everywhere you can possibly think. And Crown Prince of Christmas coming up this holiday season. And that's going to be a really fantastic, fantastic holiday movie. So we're excited to be one of the first to actually announce this. Some of those photos that we showed you are literally hot off the presses, behind the scenes photos of the making of the movie. So look for that. All right, gang. Thanks for being with us. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Comment on the YouTube channel on the episode. Give us a like. And if you haven't subscribed, we welcome you to do that. It doesn't cost anything. You'll be part of the Jim Master Show Live Loverty family. We love you all. Take care and be well. We'll see you on the next episode. More great shows coming up right here for you, and everybody watching around the world on the Jim Master Show Live. Take care and be well. Cheers.